Hello YouTube, my name is PrezWaste and welcome to this review of Lords of the Fallen. This is not a standard review. I'm going to explain to you why I can't recommend this game to anyone, even though I enjoyed it. Seems strange, yes, but I'm going to explain why in this video. And by the way, there are 2 boss fights being spoiled in this video, so if you don't want to see those boss fights, don't look at this video. With that being said, let's go into the details. So one of the reasons for me liking Lords of the Fallen is because it builds on the foundation of my maybe favorite series nowadays, the Souls series, both Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2. I love those games. And this game kind of builds on the foundation that those games made. It's challenging and you have the same kind of gameplay system. So that's what I really love about Lords of the Fallen. And the game actually has some kind of cool features which I want in Dark Souls or in the next Souls game, Bloodborne or whatever. The game has some kind of proving ground, which you are allowed to go into a portal and just fight a bunch of enemies to prove yourself, and you get awards from that. And that gets me to the next point, which is the shards, the attribute shards and the spell shards. You have shards in the game which you can collect by exploring or in the proving ground or other places. The shards are for, let's say you have 2 attribute shards, then you can use them, then you get 2 attribute points to put on either strength, vitality, or whatever you want to put it to. I really like that. And I really like because they have the same kind of foundation that the Souls game made, which means when you die, you get 1 chance to get your experience back. And if you die again, it's gone forever. But in this game, you have a ghost, which depletes its experience points as it lays there for a longer amount of time, I guess. So I really like that as well, that you actually need to hurry back to your body, that you can't use however much time you want to. And I really like that as well. But... and there's a big but, like Sir Mix-a-Lot size but. There are many technical difficulties in the game, and we are going to go into them now, and I'm going to show an example of each technical thing I have a problem with. And I'm going to show 2 boss fights just to show you how buggy and glitchy it is. And I have some theories about what the developers wanted to do and what actually came out of certain boss fights. So let's get into that. So this is the second boss of the game. Remember, the second boss of the game. So you still haven't kind of figured out what you think of the bosses yet. And this boss, many people have complained about this boss being very buggy. And that's because he is very buggy. Let me show you an example of why he is buggy. So this attack is one of the best times to actually hit the boss, but what happens here? Well, let's find out. Wait, I didn't do damage to him? That's kind of weird. Oh well, let's roll the tape. Wait, there I did full damage? Why? The entire boss fight, it has been trying to tell me that I can't do full damage to him when his shield is up there. Oh, and something just hit me. Great. There are no archers in the entire battlefield. Again with a no damage thing? Seriously? Nice hitbox. You can even see that the circle doesn't hit me. Oh, by the way, and one last thing. For the very keen eye of you have already noticed this, but believe it or not, the yellow bar is stamina. It depletes every time you attack, but apparently not anymore. On to the next technical difficulty. So if you play the Soul series, you know that when you backstab someone, you get a special animation. But what happens if the enemy suddenly decides he doesn't want to be backstabbed? Let's take a look. So what I'm trying to do here is sneak up on a wizard in the game. I'm trying to get off a backstab. But what happens next? Let's find out. Wait, what the... He just decided to leave in the middle of backstab? And people may complain that this is a one-time thing, but believe me, it has happened 3 times over the courses of my playthroughs. So here it's 2 enemies locked up. What happens when I free them? Well, let's find out. Oh, so he's invincible. Great. Nice! And believe me, this isn't a one-time thing either. Remember when I told you there was 2 enemies? Well, it happened with the other one as well. And it happened with my friend also when he played this part. Over to the next one. There's a dog right in front of me and I'm going to hit it, I think, 3 times. And this has happened multiple times on different dogs in the game. So let's find out what happens. Wait, wasn't he dead? But instead of dying, he decided to run away? By the way, I never found a dog again. So this is an annoying one. Remember when I told you you have 1 shot to get back to your ghost to get all your XP? Well, sometimes the game decides just to be an asshole. Let's find out what I mean. So I died twice for the 1 death that I should have had. So that means that I never got back to my XP. And this happened multiple times during my playthrough. Oh, this is a common one. So this is where an enemy gets stuck to something. This happens a lot in this game. So now I'm going to go into detail of one boss called the Guardian. That's the other problem that I have really with Lords of the Fallen. It seems like every boss's name is a placeholder, which they forgot or something to make cooler. It's like First Warden, Champion, Commander, Guardian. It's so boring names, why? But whatever, let's get into the Guardian fight. Okay, so let me just explain the fight very quick. So the point here is each time he goes to the ground, he summons fire from those braziers you can see in front of you there, and you need to dodge them. That's the main point of this fight. Like you see now, you need to dodge them. That's the main point. Otherwise, this boss fight is straight up a battle between you and him. You just need to dodge his attack and attack him when you have the chance to. But there are some problems with this fight though. One of them being that attack. That attack always seems to make him glide forward like Disney on Ice during the first swing. I refuse to believe that that's what the developers wanted. You don't believe me? Let's watch the attack again. Just look at the distance it travels. It's insane. So this is the other problem that I have. When he gets down on the ground like that, I usually go up to him and hit him a bunch of times, but I really wanted him to just kick me to the ground when he raises up his swords again, because I want to be on the ground when those flames come out, because it makes it easier for me to actually just be immune to the fireballs, because like in Dark Souls, when you're on the ground you're immune to attacks, but that doesn't work because he refuses to hit me even though I'm standing right in front of him. So I couldn't do that. So that's why in this run you see me dodging. It's because he wouldn't hit me. And I feel like I need to show some of these attacks again, because I understand that the developers wanted you to feel like it's a close fight, that you can't get any ground between you and the actual boss. But make it in another way than making him glide towards you. That attack is okay because that is programmed like that and it's supposed to look like that. That's fine. But why is it gliding forward in the other attacks? That doesn't make any sense at all. So hopefully that is something they look at. Other things with this boss fight, and I'm sorry I can't show you because this is the run where I actually defeat the boss, but when it does that attack, the hitbox tends to delay. So if you move into his swords while they're standing still, you still take damage and get thrown backwards. But that doesn't always happen. It's like a 50-50% chance or something like that. And he has another attack as well that does the exact same thing. That one. If you move into his swords while they're standing still back there, you have the chance of getting knocked backwards. So, yeah. So even though it may seem otherwise, I actually enjoy the game. And like I said in the beginning, it's because of the fundamentals of the game. You have to overlook a lot of technical difficulties that I know many people won't be able to overlook. And the story and the voice acting is dreadful. It's just all over the place. At least the story is all over the place. The voice acting is up and down, kinda. But if you manage to overlook these flaws, and that is a big if, you will actually find a game that's quite enjoyable for its gameplay reasons, even though I'm saying it again, you need to overlook a lot of technical difficulties. But there is some brightness, I guess, or some light at the end of the tunnel, because it was a day one patch that was 5 gigabytes big. So they are patching the game to try to fix the bugs, and hopefully that will happen in the future as well, so they will release more patches, hopefully. But with that being said, I can't put a final verdict on the Lords of the Fallen, and the reason is it's just a technical nightmare. So I can't. The game doesn't feel finished, so I'm not going to review a game that doesn't feel finished. So I will be back with a review later on, I guess, a more complete one. Who knows? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like Lords of the Fallen, you're entitled to. As did I, even though this video didn't seem like I did. So, anyways, stay awesome.